A good look at the home of the Tigers, Comerica Park here in Detroit. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Detroit Tigers. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Justin Verlander, a Virginia-born right-hander, gets the ball to start this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, his batting average against is outstanding. It's under 200, so he's really dominated the offense thus far.
Eduardo Nunez makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Shortstop, Eduardo Nunez.
First pitch of the ball game is swung on and missed, and that's how we'll get things started this afternoon. Eric, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And this is the final game of the homestand before they hit the road for 7 games. So you can bet they'd like to head out on a winning note.
But he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out. With that, a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the visiting Twins. EK, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, we'll see if Miguel Sano can be the difference maker, as he often is. He's a home run threat every time he steps into the box. If they want to shut him down, they're going to have to be careful and keep the ball low in the zone. Don't give him anything he can drive.
Max Kepler comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
1-1.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1 and 2. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, overall, Parker is a solid umpire, but I have seen sometimes when there was some inconsistency calling the corners. As a pitcher, it seems he doesn't always give you the same spot when it's on the black.
Got him. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the Detroit Tigers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, their starter has a ton of strikeouts, among the league leaders. That sometimes leads to some complacency out in the field. They're going to have to stay on their toes, be ready, because they will be involved.
Miguel Sano will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. Verlander into his motion. First pitch on the way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Had him out in front there as he takes strike 1 on the circle change. One and 1, here it comes. And he'll fall behind now to 1 and 2. Top of the first just underway here in Motown. That misses. It's to 2 and 2 now with 2 away here in the top of the first. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down go the Twins in order. Twins nothing. Tigers coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Phil Hughes gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, he has just not been effective at all on the road. Not really sure what the reason has been, but he's really got to change that trend here in this one.
Stepping in now is the leadoff man, Cameron Maybin, as he'll get us started here in the home half of the first.
Center fielder, Cameron Maybin.
And that's in there for strike one. Eric, these Twins as they take the field here this afternoon. It was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
And after the loss last time out, that sets up a rubber match here in the finale, so I'm expecting this to be the best game of the 3.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Takes this the other way to right. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Another look here. This ball's sinking fast, but he's on the full run, and he lays out to pull it in. That's well done there.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. And he is frozen on a good curveball that started at his hip at strike 1. The numbers on the year, 272, 1 home run, and 16 RBIs. And he misses with it, 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Down the line, but this is a foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. What's going to be the key for him today, Steve?
Well, all they have to do is keep doing what they're doing. This team has a very high average, continuing to hit well as a team, and they'll continue to win games.
Miguel Cabrera will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
What a great season, but in order to win the Triple Crown, he's going to need some help from his teammates getting on base. He's in the top 5 in RBIs, but not leading that category.
Hard liner toward short, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Boy, when you stroll to the plate with an 11-game hitting streak and then you bang out another base hit and take it to 12, you got a little swagger about you.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. That average at 291 to start the day. 16 homers and 43 RBIs. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Tigers leave 1. After 1, no score. Brian Dozier will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Yeah, not really a great performance for him yesterday, but that's just part of this ball game. You have to know that those rough ones are going to come up and bite you every once in a while.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. And there's ball 1.
Well, when it's warm like this, you really have to keep the ball down. Try to keep guys from hitting it in the air because it will absolutely carry. That's 2 pitches in a row that were elevated.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1 and 2. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Verlander's ready. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Joe Mauer will dig in for the first time as he'll enter play 6th in the American League in hitting.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Into the windup and the pitch. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
And this one misses again to Mauer. 2-0 now.
Well, one of the real strengths of his game is that he's not going to go after a whole lot of bad pitches out of the strike zone. So he's a guy that's going to make you earn it by only swinging at strikes.
3-0 now.
Now that he's worked it to 3-0, he's got a couple of free pitches here to pick out one he really likes.
And this is taken by Mauer. He's aboard. It's ball 4.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Eduardo Escobar will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the 330 mark to begin play. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Well, that is such a good pitch. First pitch changeup, when you know a guy's a first pitch fastball guy, just use his aggressiveness against him.
Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Maybin. Oh, he botched it.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what the issue on this play was. He doesn't have too far to go to get this thing, and it looked like the ball was right in his sights the entire way, but it just didn't want to stick in his glove. Maybe he should take the trampoline out of his glove.
Stepping in now, Eddie Rosario. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Now a swing and a ball foul tipped straight into the catcher's glove as he's able to hold on for the second out.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Byron Buxton will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. The pitch, a fastball off his glove, and it bounds away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball.
Boy, and the defense has really let him down here in this inning. They've been hit with an error already. Now, a pass ball.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Now with 2 strikes, boy, if he could come up with back-to-back punch-outs, wouldn't that be something?
The 0-2 delivery. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Hit well on the ground to first. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Twins strand a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. J.D. Martinez will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0. Now a swing and a soft liner, but this will be a foul ball. Here it comes on 1-1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Brian Dozier, he doesn't get enough attention for his defense. He's known for his offense and hitting home runs from second base, but he's also provided this team with solid play at the keystone position. Got a quick first step. He changes directions well. Very smooth at turning double plays. Adds up to be a very reliable second baseman.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him, because that thing was right down Broadway.
Line toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Yeah, you really can't take anything for granted out there when you're playing in the rain. You got to worry about your footing. You got to worry about raindrops getting in your eyes. You got to make sure you're in the right position. But in the end, he is right there to make the play.
James McCann steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Too high. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. We'll move to the third with no score. Kurt Suzuki digs in for the first time now and looking to break out of this little 6-game dry spell at the plate.
Kurt Suzuki.
Verlander gets the sign. First pitch on its way. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Now here's the pitch. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
Well, nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit hard to short. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Eduardo Nunez.
Eduardo Nunez will try it once more. He lined out to start the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. In there, strike 1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
Third inning, no score to this point. And here's a ball hit in the air. Martinez on the move. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Into the box now, Max Kepler. As he'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Lays off the circle change there, a ball and a strike. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Right side hit hard. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Yeah, that's a 2-out hit here in the third inning. Maybe just a little something to get this guy out of his early comfort zone and put him into the stretch.
Into the box now, Miguel Sano. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
First pitch is a circle change for a called strike 1.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. One and one, here it is. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 1 left for Minnesota. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Mike Aviles will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday.
Second baseman, Mike Aviles.
First pitch coming, here it is. Hard hit ball to second, and this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Andrew Romine will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Here comes the first pitch. And this is low, ball one. Here it comes, 1-0. That's by him for strike one.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Nobody out, runner on first. Line to the right side. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Good start to the inning here. Back-to-back singles have him in a good position to push across that first run of the afternoon.
Coming to the plate now, Cameron Maybin. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. First and second here with nobody out. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Hit hard toward first, but this is speared by the first baseman.
Boy, and how they get out of this one with only one out on this play is a mystery. This probably should have been much more than that, but they can't wind up making the play.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
On the ground to the left side. Reined in. One there. On to Mauer. It's a double play, and that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Brian Dozier will start things out here for Minnesota with Joe Mauer on deck to follow.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Verlander sets his sights. Here's the delivery. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the fourth inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. It's a solo shot here from Brian Dozier, number 13 for him on the year, as the Twins take a 1-0 lead.
Well, this guy's been a real pain in the backside so far in this series. I mean, this is his second home run here in 3 days, so he is really seeing the ball well now.
So here's Joe Mauer.
Number 7, Joe Mauer.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit. 413 feet, the estimate on that last home run. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And there's ball 2 now.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful not to give up yet another home run here in this inning. So you can see they're approaching with caution here.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
Just overmatched him there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And here's a swing and a miss by Mauer as he's down on strikes for the first out.
The batter, number 5, designated hitter, Eduardo
Stepping in,
Escobar.
Eduardo Escobar, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. He pulls this one into right. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. The relay. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Standing in now, Eddie Rosario, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Martinez is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Up next for the Twins, third baseman, Byron
Into the box,
Buxton.
Byron Buxton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch on its way. And there's a fastball from Verlander to jump ahead 0-1.
Well, this guy has thrown a first pitch strike to about 50% of the batters he's faced. He's pitching well, but those numbers could be pumped up a little bit.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ready with the 0-2. Oh, and Verlander loses the handle here. This one straight to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
With 2 outs already, this isn't the end of the world from a defensive perspective, but now at least you bring in the possibility of an infield single, a booted grounder, or even another wild pitch bringing that run home.
And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. One for the Twins on this swing by Brian Dozier. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's now 1-0 Minnesota. Miguel Cabrera is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And Hughes gets ahead with the fastball for strike one. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
The designated hitter, number 41.
Victor Martinez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-1 pitch. And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And Victor able to lay off that one, and the count moves to 1-2.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. The 1-2 pitch. And that misses 2-2.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
This is in the air to right. Sano has a beat on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. Both guys pretty close. Top speeds of 95 and 94. J.D. Martinez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Here's the first pitch to him. Big curveball swung on and missed. 0-1.
A lot of these guys have come into these at-bats trying to be the aggressor, trying to make something happen. But what has happened is that they've swung and missed themselves into some early holes.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Hughes looking strong that half of the inning, and he's got himself a 1-0 lead. Kurt Suzuki heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Catcher, Kurt Suzuki.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter is going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Eduardo Nunez.
Eduardo Nunez will dig in now. He's lined out and flied out in 2 trips.
Been hitting the ball pretty well, though, despite the over so far.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Iglesias is up with it. Throw on to first, and Verlander's got it going here. 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Max Kepler.
Max Kepler will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Verlander starting to run up his pitch count. He's at 75 thus far. That's lifted the other way out to left. Upton's under it. And the inning is over. Nothing doing against Verlander that time around. And his club's keeping it close. It's 1-0. Justin Upton will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the fifth. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Hughes steps into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Turned on down the line. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. This is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
James McCann is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, they got him on a breaking ball, so now we'll see if they try to put him away with soft stuff again if they get that chance.
First offering on its way. And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. And he'll make it in easily at second, as I'd imagine that'll be scored a passed ball.
Well, behind the plate, he might have been more concerned with trying to frame that pitch than he was trying to catch it. You know, they do get the called strike here, but you know what else? They get the pass ball.
Shot to third, and that's in there. Base hit. And he's able to get back in there at first safely.
Yeah, a hot shot that time and a tough read down there at third base. He just couldn't get the leather on it.
So striding in, Mike Aviles, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1. Think he'll see another one of those before this at-bat's through?
After that swing, I think you can just about take that to the bank.
Trying to hold the lead. Hit the other way out toward right field. Sano has it in his tracks, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And a relay to the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera or Chris Davis, but with the runner on third, he doesn't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Just has to get one deep enough out there to deliver that run from third. That's nice going.
Andrew Romine steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
First pitch of the at-bat. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. That evens it up 1-1. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Yeah, a big break to that one. That's the old 12-6 curveball, and basically that thing just breaks straight down.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. There's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. Rosario comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Cameron Maybin will stand in, hoping he can find a little green out there for once. He's lined out twice thus far.
Well, sitting up here, it looks like there's a lot of wide open spaces, but he's been hitting them right at people all game long.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. This is skied out toward right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Tigers get 1 here on 2 hits in the inning. 5 innings complete, all tied at 1-1. Miguel Sano steps in here to lead off the sixth as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
First pitch on its way from Verlander. And there's a fastball from Verlander to jump ahead 0-1.
He's just cruising out there now. I'll tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
One and one.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now.
Hi.
And it looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw in the Tiger bullpen. To 2-2 now.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the second inning.
Skied into straightaway right. And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, 1 away.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Brian Dozier will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. Here it comes. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the 2nd out.
First baseman.
Yeah, a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
Joe Mauer ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. And he'll step off and try again. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Yeah, and that's going to break a string of 7 in a row that he retired. They finally get themselves another base runner here with 2 away.
Eduardo Escobar will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
Verlander pauses. Here comes the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Twins wind up stranding 1. Score remains tied 1-1. Jose Iglesias will stride in here to get the Tigers started in their half of the 6th.
The shortstop, number 1, Jose Iglesias.
First pitch coming now from Hughes. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Up high, 2-1 now. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Line drive to left. Rosario has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
The first baseman, Miguel Cabrera, stands in as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
This is line to left, and he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
The designated hitter, number 41.
Just an outstanding play out there by the outfielder, and the guy who appreciates it more than anybody is the pitcher, because if that drops in, you're looking at some trouble.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Hit sharply toward the right side. Sano is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back here now at Comerica Park in Detroit. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Eddie Rosario will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
Pitch on the way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Upton's after it. 1 out.
Well, as we take a look at the pitches by inning, that last one puts him at 91. So stamina will start to become a real factor here the further he goes along.
Byron Buxton will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
Hit hard back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way, uses the big part of the field, and gets himself a base hit.
And now he'll step off quickly and look the runner back. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. In now, Kurt Suzuki. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. The 0-1. Line hard into left. And that'll get down for a base hit. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop.
Eduardo Nunez will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Now the Tiger skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it would appear that that's going to be the end of the afternoon for Justin Verlander. So he'll leave with a couple of runners aboard that are his responsibility, meaning he'd be happy to get out of here with a no decision. Shane Green will come on and pitch here with 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 61, Shane Green.
Eduardo Nunez will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Hit hard toward the right side. And that is down for extra bases as that ought to plate the go-ahead run and maybe another. The run scores from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Oh, that's a big at-bat right there. He gets a good pitch that he can handle, and boy, does he put a charge into this one. And that's going to wind up plating the go-ahead run as he's into second base with an RBI double.
Max Kepler will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But, hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
And this could really be trouble now because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Miguel Sano will get a shot here in a bases loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, the team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
in tied at 93, ball one. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Bases are loaded here, one man out. Squared that one up just a little late. And likely nothing up at third, but he'll step off and look him back anyway. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? To Iglesias for one. On to Cabrera at first. It's a twin killing, and the side is retired. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Leading off the inning, J.D. Martinez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by one. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. And he takes ball one. For that man right there, just the one run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Hughes is ready. 1-0 on its way. Hit to short. Nunez is up with it. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Justin Upton steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch coming now from Hughes. Good slider that time from Hughes, and it's strike one.
Well, this guy has done a pretty good job of being effectively wild. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to about 60% of the batters he's faced, but look at where he's sitting right now. Excellent.
Grounder down the line at third. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Here's the Minnesota skipper making his way out to the mound. And it looks like that's going to be all for Phil Hughes. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Brandon Kinsler will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already one out in the inning.
Brandon Kinsler.
Stepping in now, James McCann, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that's through for a hit.
All right, now just playing a little station-to-station baseball. And nothing wrong with that at this point in the ballgame, especially because now you get that possible tying run into scoring position at second base, still just one out. And meanwhile, you also get the potential go-ahead run on base as well.
So stepping in, Mike Aviles, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ian Kinsler will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 3, Ian Kinsler.
Oh, he goes up the ladder on the fastball and pops this one up. Sano has a play. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Andrew Romine.
Andrew Romine gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Runners left in scoring position, one of the big keys to this ball game so far. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Dozier is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Tigers strand a pair. They still trail it here 2-1. Ian Kinsler will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now playing second base, number 3, Ian Kinsler.
Brian Dozier will start things out here for Minnesota with Joe Mauer on deck to follow.
Brian Dozier.
Now the pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. A 1 pitch on its way. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Liner towards second, and this is going to find its way into right for a base hit, and the leadoff man's on to start the 8th.
Well, these guys have been high on effort but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Joe Mauer stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Now the Tigers have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in there. Base hit.
Textbook start to the inning right there. Back-to-back hits have him in a good position to maybe stretch out this 1-run lead.
Eduardo Escobar stands in. Was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game, and looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Oh, he's got a legitimate gripe right there. I don't know about that one.
Here's a line drive into left center. Will that get the job done? It's a base hit. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate.
And that could turn out to be a very big insurance run right there. That makes this a 2-run game now. And the way their starter's pitching, he may not wind up even needing it. But at least it gives him a little bit of a cushion out there.
Digging in, Eddie Rosario. He flew out in his last at-bat. Oh, that one got the pitcher. So gets him. So they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay.
Now batting, third baseman, Byron
Well, show
Buxton.
motion's going to give us another look at this ball coming back at him, man. Oh, boy. You just don't have any time to react to something coming that quickly. He's lucky he's all right.
Here's Byron Buxton now, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one.
And this is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from you, so you got to suck it up.
That's inside. 2-0.
This is the kind of inning he's not pitching efficiently. He's just trying to be too darn fine. Not trusting his stuff.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Back up the middle. That will get through into center field. A base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. And he'll scramble back to first safely.
And that's what those stat nerds call a high leverage at bat. I don't know what that means, but whatever you want to call it, he comes through in a big way to push a 2-run lead, now up to 4.
Kurt Suzuki digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Justin Wilson will get the call here as he'll take over with one gone in the top of the 8th.
Justin Wilson.
Kurt Suzuki will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away.
Kurt Suzuki.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
And even with 3 runs in here, that guy's still a threat to go at first. He may try and make this inning worse.
3 runs already home here. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. On the ground now for Iglesias. This could be 2. Kinsler for 1. On to first, and talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 base hits. No errors, and no one left on base. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Twins are in front, 5-1. Cameron Maybin will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
And he lays off there. 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
The shortstop, number
Well, look
1.
there at the numbers for our two starters here today, with both guys recently departed from the ball game and looking on from the dugout. Jose Iglesias digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
To short, hit hard. Nunez scoops it up on to first, and there were 2 down.
The first baseman, number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
Miguel Cabrera will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
He's set. Here it comes. Tapper up the line, but it gets foul. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And another foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. On the ground up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Victor Martinez will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Pause, now the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Backhanded. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. 1 hit, 1 left. 9th inning coming up. Minnesota leads this one 5-1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eduardo Nunez. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Eduardo Nunez.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Maybin is there. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Max Kepler.
Max Kepler gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And that misses, ball 1.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Here's the 1-1 pitch.
Nope.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
And the count will be full. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. And he sends one deep down the right field line. Martinez is out near the wall as he pulls it in for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, Miguel Sano.
Miguel Sano comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Yeah, and it's always kind of tough returning to the dugout after rolling into a double play. So you know he wants to make up for that one right here.
Reaches out, but he can't get it. It's 0-1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's throwing a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Martinez is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They're up 5-1.
Your attention, please. Now
New
pitching
pitcher
for the
set to
Twins,
toe the rubber here is
number
Kevin
49.
Jepson will be the one getting the assignment.
Jepson.
J.D. Martinez will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Oh, just a little over anxious right there. I guess he figured he had a pretty good gauge on that fastball, and he'd hoped he'd see it again, but he got the curveball instead.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Well, there's the true definition of a power arm out of the bullpen. He just reared back and said, go ahead, try to hit it. And he blew that four-seamer right by the guy.
Here's Justin Upton now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
Yeah, he was trying to do something dramatic right there, but when you think about it, at this point in the ball game, all you need is base runners.
And Upton swings and misses on a good pitch that time, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
0-2, here it comes. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Kepler is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home 9.
Well, this is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. He's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get on base. Instead, it's just an easy fly ball in a game where they're running out of outs.
James McCann makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. And the victory would be for Phil Hughes if the score holds where it is. Chopped weakly to the left. Buxton fields it cleanly. Throw on to first here is going to do it. And the Twins have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And guys, the Twins were given a great boost in this one thanks to the start of this man, Phil Hughes. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he turned in a really good performance. His fastball had some good life to it. He really mixed his speeds well, and he kept guys guessing all throughout.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Twins are victorious in this one, 5-1. So long from Motown.